If you have a smartphone or a tablet, you know how easy it is to have language learning apps right at your fingertips. In this video, we'll show you some specific examples of platforms and apps for low resource and high resource projects. Low resource projects might benefit from a do-it-yourself approach. There are many types of platforms which provide a flexible shell and let you add your own content that's specific to your language and your community. Here are 5 examples. Memrise is a website and app that lets you make and freely distribute vocabulary and sentence learning lessons easily. You can add words and their translations, record sound file examples, and add alternative answers. This is an Akchin O'odam course that was set up by Jeremy Johns, a graduate student at Yale University. Memrise is fairly easy to set up and to use, but since learners take courses on their own time, it can be difficult for course creators to get feedback on what works well or not. Kirkir is a free computer program that shows translations of words and relationships between words, and lets you add sound and pictures. This is an example for Bardi, and as you can see, it's like a dictionary with more ways to show how words are related to one another, and it even can create some games on the fly. SIL's dictionary app is another program which takes care of the programming side, leaving you free to focus on the language content. It's a way of making smartphone and tablet dictionaries. This is an example for Galili, where you can look up a word in Galili or in English, and it will display information. This one does not have sound files or pictures, but they can be added. Acorns is another set of programs to make language reclamation apps. It currently allows users to create up to 10 types of language learning lessons, ranging from flashcards to games to stories.
You are to lie.
For Kirkir, the SIL dictionary app, and Acorns, you need to have the data files in XML format. Many linguists would be able to help create these XML files by using dictionary programs they're already familiar with. And finally, you could consider making your materials available via a website, which would be readable on computers, phones, and tablets. For example, WordPress has a class site called LearnPress, which can be used to make language lessons. It's not an app in the technical sense, but it's a way to make it easier for people to learn language through a computer. This website is using LearnPress to host a live online course. What do you do if you feel like you need more support with your project? There are a few programs that can help you develop lessons and provide technical support for your language learning app. Rosetta Stone and Duolingo, for example, are for-profit organizations, and they don't often add new languages. But both have an endangered language program for supporting smaller language communities. Other programs like 7,000 Languages work with tribal or community organizations to make language learning apps. However, working with companies like this is a big time and resource commitment, and it's like a full-time job for the time that you're working on the app. Depending on your goals and needs, you might be able to use an existing platform, such as one of the ones we've just discussed. If you want full flexibility and control over your app, however, you'll probably need a programmer who can help you build an app from scratch. Linguists probably won't be able to help with that. On the other hand, a programmer probably won't be able to help with the content of the app, but a linguist can. So if you have limited resources, it might be better to work with a program that provides the app structure, so you can focus on making the language lessons. There are many other apps that we haven't mentioned here, and new systems are frequently being developed. A linguist who's familiar with fieldwork and language documentation is likely to know something about these resources and will be able to help you find an application or website model that can be adapted for your language.